Slow there. Take a slow breath in and let it out gently. There's nothing you need to do right now. This is just a quiet time, a soft space where you can let your mind wander slowly through gentle thoughts about the night sky. Tonight, we're going to think about the Milky Way, not in any urgent way, not in any exciting way, just softly, the way you might think about clouds drifting by on a lazy afternoon. The Milky Way is the galaxy we live in. It's our home in space. But thinking about it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple and calm as watching the night sky from a comfortable chair. The Milky Way is big, very big, but we don't need to worry about the numbers or the distances. We can just let the idea of it sit there, gently, like a quiet thought. Imagine it as a slow spiral, turning so gradually that you'd never notice the movement. Stars scattered across darkness like dust particles floating in a beam of light. Peaceful, quiet, endless. When you look up on a clear, dark night away from city lights, you might see a soft band of light stretching across the sky. That's part of our galaxy, the Milky Way. Ancient people saw it too. They gave it different names. Some called it a river of light. Some thought it looked like spilled milk. But whatever they called it, they saw the same gentle glow we can see today. Soft, distant, calm. Our galaxy is shaped like a flat disk with a slight bulge in the middle. You can think of it like a dinner plate, but with gentle spiral arms curving outward. These arms aren't solid. They're just regions where stars are a bit more clustered together. The spiral moves, but so slowly that during a human lifetime, you'd never see it change. It's been turning this way for billions of years. Slow, patient, steady. There are hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way. That's a number so big it almost doesn't mean anything. You could spend your whole life counting and never reach it. But we don't need to count. We can just picture them, scattered out there in the dark, each one burning quietly. Most of them we'll never see. Most of them are too far away or too dim, but they're there, existing peacefully in the vast space between things. Our sun is just one of those stars. It sits about halfway out from the center of the galaxy, not in the middle, not at the edge. Somewhere in between, in one of those gentle spiral arms. Our sun travels around the center of the galaxy, but the journey takes so long, about 200 million years to go all the way around once. Think about that. The last time our sun was in this exact spot, dinosaurs were just beginning to walk the earth, and the journey felt no different to them than it does to us. We don't feel it. We don't notice it. Everything just continues, slow and calm. The center of the Milky Way is far from us, about 25,000 light years away. A light year is the distance light travels in 1 year. Light moves fast, faster than anything we know. But even light takes time to cross space. When we look toward the center of our galaxy, we're seeing light that left there 25,000 years ago. Ancient light. Light that started its journey when humans were still living in small groups, painting on cave walls. At the very center of the Milky Way, scientists believe there's a supermassive black hole. It's big, much bigger than our sun, but it's not dangerous to us. It's too far away. It sits there quietly, pulling in anything that gets too close. but most things in the galaxy just orbit around it peacefully, like water circling a drain, but so slowly you'd never know it's moving. The black hole doesn't glow, it doesn't shine, it's just there, a quiet presence in the middle of everything. Black holes sound scary in movies, but in reality, they're just objects. Dense objects where gravity is very strong. If you stayed far enough away, you'd be perfectly safe. Our sun orbits the center of the galaxy at a comfortable distance. We're not going to fall in. We never will. We're just traveling our slow, steady path, the same path we've been on for billions of years. Around the center of the galaxy, stars are packed closer together. Not touching, space is still vast even there, but closer than they are out here where we live. If you could stand on a planet near the galactic center, your night sky would be filled with stars, bright stars, more stars than you could count. The darkness between them would be smaller, the glow would be stronger. But even there, it would still be quiet, still peaceful. Stars don't make noise. Space is silent. Out here, where our sun is, things are more spread out. There's more space between stars, more darkness, more quiet. The nearest star to our sun is called Proxima Centauri. It's about 4 light-years away. That's close in galaxy terms, but it's still incredibly far. If you could travel at the speed of a jet airplane, it would take millions of years to get there. So even our nearest neighbor is distant, separate, existing in its own space. The Milky Way has spiral arms, 4 main ones, scientists think. They have names, but the names don't matter right now. What matters is the idea of them. Long, gentle curves of stars stretching out from the center, sweeping around in wide arcs. Our sun sits in one of these arms. We're surrounded by other stars, all traveling in roughly the same direction, all moving around the galactic center together, like a slow cosmic dance. No one leads, no one follows. Everything just moves at its own pace. Between the stars, there's mostly emptiness, but not complete emptiness. There's gas, hydrogen mostly, and dust, tiny particles of matter floating in the dark. These clouds of gas and dust are where new stars are born, slowly, over millions of years. Gravity pulls the gas together, bit by bit, until it's dense enough and hot enough to start burning. And then there's a new star, glowing quietly, joining the others. Star formation happens all the time in the Milky Way. Not quickly, not dramatically, just steadily. In some regions, many stars are being born. In other regions, fewer. But the process continues. It's been happening since the galaxy formed, and it will keep happening for billions of years to come. There's no rush. The universe has time. Old stars die too, but even that happens slowly for most stars. Small stars like our sun burn for billions of years. They grow old gradually. Eventually, they swell up, becoming red giants. Then they shed their outer layers gently, and what's left becomes a white dwarf, a small, dense remnant, still glowing but faintly, cooling down over time, peaceful. Bigger stars have more dramatic endings. When they run out of fuel, they collapse and explode in what's called a supernova. But even these explosions, as powerful as they are, happen far away from us. We see them as brief, bright points in the sky. Then they fade. And what's left behind might be a neutron star or another black hole. Small, dense, quiet. Just another object in the galaxy, existing peacefully in the vast expanse. The Milky Way isn't alone in space. It has neighbors, other galaxies. The closest large galaxy to us is called Andromeda. It's about 2.5 million light years away. If you know where to look, you can see it in the night sky. It looks like a faint, fuzzy patch of light. But that fuzzy patch is another galaxy, another collection of hundreds of billions of stars, another spiral like ours. Andromeda and the Milky Way are actually moving toward each other, very slowly. In a few billion years, they'll merge. They'll pass through each other, their stars mingling, until eventually they become one larger galaxy. But there's no collision in the violent sense. Stars are so far apart that they'll just slide past each other. No crashes, no drama, just a slow blending. And by the time it happens, our sun will be long gone anyway, so it's nothing to think about. Just another slow process in the universe's long timeline. There are smaller galaxies near us too, dwarf galaxies. Little collections of stars orbiting around the Milky Way like moons orbit a planet. Some of these dwarf galaxies are being slowly pulled apart by our galaxy's gravity. Their stars are being absorbed into the Milky Way. It's happening right now, slowly, gently, over millions of years. The Milky Way grows a little bigger, the dwarf galaxies grow a little smaller. Everything continues. The Milky Way is old, about 13 billion years old, scientists think. The universe itself is about 13.8 billion years old. So our galaxy formed not long after the beginning. It started as a cloud of gas, pulled together by gravity, slowly collapsing and spinning. Stars formed, more gas fell in, more stars formed. Over time, the spiral shape emerged. The disk flattened out, and here we are now, billions of years later, still turning, still existing, calm and steady. If you could see the Milky Way from outside, from far away in space, it would look beautiful in a quiet way, a soft spiral, arms curving gently outward, a slight glow from all those billions of stars. But no individual star would be visible. They'd all blend together into a smooth, peaceful light. From a distance, our sun would be invisible. Earth would be invisible. Everything we know would be just a tiny part of that soft glow. It puts things in perspective, but in a calm way, not in an overwhelming way. You might be someone who's looked up at the Milky Way on a dark night. Maybe you've been camping, or at the beach, or just somewhere far from city lights, and you've seen that band of light stretching across the sky. It's easy to forget in our daily lives that we're part of something so big. We get caught up in small things, worries, tasks, schedules. But the Milky Way is always there, turning slowly, existing peacefully, whether we think about it or not. Ancient people looked up at the same sky. They saw the same stars mostly, the same gentle band of light. They made up stories about it, myths, legends. Different cultures had different explanations, but they all noticed it, they all wondered, and they all in their own way found it calming. The night sky has always been a place to look at when you want to feel small in a good way, when you want to remember that there's more to existence than just your immediate surroundings. The stars in the Milky Way aren't all the same. Some are hot and blue, some are cool and red, some are medium, like our sun, yellow, stable. The color of a star tells you its temperature. Blue stars are hotter, red stars are cooler, but they're all just burning balls of gas, fusion reactions in their cores, hydrogen turning into helium, energy radiating outward, light traveling through space. It's been happening for billions of years. It will continue for billions more. Some stars are alone. Some are companions, binary stars, two stars orbiting each other, dancing slowly around a common center. Some stars have planets. Maybe most stars do. We found thousands of planets around other stars in recent years. Some are big, some are small, some are hot, some are cold. Each one is different. Each one exists in its own quiet way, orbiting its star, existing in the darkness of space. Do any of those planets have life? We don't know. Maybe, maybe not. The universe is big enough that it seems possible, but we haven't found any yet. And even if there is life out there, on some distant planet orbiting some distant star, it's so far away that we'll probably never meet. We're all just existing separately in our own corners of the galaxy, living our lives, calm, separate, peaceful. The Milky Way is moving in space, not just turning, but actually moving. All galaxies are. The universe is expanding. Space itself is stretching. Galaxies are drifting apart from each other, slowly. The Milky Way is part of a group of galaxies called the Local Group. We're all bound together by gravity, moving through space as a loose cluster. But beyond our local neighborhood, other galaxies are moving away. The farther away they are, the faster they're moving. It's been happening since the beginning, and it will continue, forever, probably. But this movement is slow. You can't see it. You can't feel it. Everything seems still, and in our daily lives, it is still. The expansion of the universe doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect our galaxy. It only matters on the largest scales, between galaxy clusters, in the vast, empty spaces between them. Here, at home, everything is stable, calm. The sun rises and sets. The stars stay in their places. Life continues. There's something peaceful about knowing that the Milky Way has been here for so long, that it will be here for so long after we're gone. It's not going anywhere. It's not in any danger. It's just existing, turning slowly, full of stars, full of planets, full of gas and dust and black holes and all sorts of things, all coexisting quietly in the vast darkness of space. Maybe you're listening to this late at night. Maybe you're in bed. Maybe you're trying to sleep. And maybe thinking about the Milky Way is helping, because it's something big enough to take your mind off small worries, but calm enough not to create new ones. It's just there, a quiet fact, a gentle truth. The galaxy we live in, our home, vast and ancient and peaceful. If you were to travel through the Milky Way, it would take a long time. Even at the speed of light, crossing from one side to the other would take about 100,000 years. That's the diameter of the disk, 100,000 light years, an impossible distance for us. We can't travel at the speed of light. We can barely leave our own solar system. The farthest human-made object, Voyager 1, has been traveling for decades, and it's only just left the sun's influence. It would take tens of thousands of years to reach even the nearest star, and there are hundreds of billions of stars in the galaxy. So we're here, on Earth, orbiting the sun, and the sun is orbiting the center of the galaxy, and the galaxy is moving through space, all at the same time. Layers of motion, but none of it feels like motion. Everything feels still, stable, safe. And it is safe. We're on a planet with air and water and life, protected by our atmosphere, warmed by our sun, traveling through space on a rock that's been here for billions of years. The Milky Way has been our home for as long as there have been humans, for as long as there has been Earth. We've always been part of this galaxy. We always will be. And that's a comforting thought. We belong here. We're not separate from space. We're part of it, made of the same matter, following the same rules. existing in the same universe. The matter in our bodies came from stars, old stars that died long before the sun formed. When stars explode, they scatter their material into space. That material becomes part of the clouds of gas and dust, and eventually some of that gas and dust comes together to form new stars and planets, and eventually life. So we're made of stardust. It's not just a poetic idea, it's true. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all of it was forged in the core of ancient stars and scattered into space when those stars died, and eventually became part of you. It's strange to think about, but also calming. We're connected to the galaxy in a real way. We're not just observers, we're participants, part of the cycle, part of the process. And that process has been going on for billions of years. It will keep going for billions more, with or without us. The universe doesn't need us, but we're here anyway, existing, thinking, looking up at the stars, wondering. I'm Ilara, by the way, and this is the Late Night Science Channel. You can close your eyes if you haven't already, or keep them open. It doesn't matter. We're just here together thinking about the Milky Way, taking our time, no rush. The stars you see in the night sky, most of them are part of the Milky Way. There are a few exceptions, Andromeda, if you can spot it, a few other distant galaxies that are bright enough to see. But most of what you see when you look up, that's our galaxy. Those are our neighbor stars. Some are closer, some are farther, but they're all part of the same structure, the same spiral disk, all traveling around the same center, all part of the same slow dance. Different parts of the Milky Way have different densities. Near the center, stars are closer together. Farther out, in the outer edges, they're more spread apart. We're in a sort of middle zone, not too crowded, not too empty, just right. Enough neighbors that the night sky is interesting, but enough space that we're safe. No stars close enough to cause problems, no gravitational disturbances, just peace. The disk of the Milky Way is thin compared to its width. If you think of it as a dinner plate, it's proportioned like that, wide and flat. Most of the stars are in this flat disk, but there's also a halo, a spherical region around the disk where older stars orbit. These halo stars don't follow the spiral pattern. They have their own orbits. Some are moving in different directions. Some are moving fast. They're the oldest stars in the galaxy, formed when the Milky Way was young, before the disk fully formed. They're like memories of an earlier time, still existing, still orbiting, quiet witnesses of billions of years of history. Globular clusters are part of this halo. These are tight groups of stars, thousands of stars packed close together, orbiting the galaxy as a unit. They're beautiful in their way, dense spheres of light, but also peaceful, just another feature of the galaxy, another type of structure, existing calmly in the vast space. The Milky Way has so much empty space. That's one of the things people don't always realize. When you think of a galaxy full of stars, you might picture them close together, crowded, but they're not. There's enormous space between them. Our nearest star is 4 light-years away. That's about 25 trillion miles, an incomprehensible distance. And that's the nearest one. Most stars are much farther apart, so the galaxy is mostly emptiness, quiet, dark, peaceful, with occasional points of light, stars burning quietly in the void. And in all that emptiness, there's gas and dust, not everywhere, but in certain regions, nebulae, clouds of matter, Some are thick enough to block light from stars behind them, dark nebulae. Others glow, lit up by nearby stars, emission nebulae. These clouds are where stars form, slowly, over time. Gravity pulls the gas together. It clumps, it condenses, it heats up, and eventually a star is born. Fusion begins. Light emerges. A new point in the galaxy, one of billions. Some of these nebulae are beautiful. Even though we can't see them with our eyes, telescopes show us what they look like. Swirls of color, reds and blues and purples, but those colors are enhanced. In reality, they'd be much fainter, harder to see, but still there, still existing, still part of the galaxy, part of the ongoing process of birth and death and renewal, stars forming, stars dying, matter recycling, the galaxy renewing itself, slowly, patiently, over cosmic timescales. There are stellar nurseries in the Milky Way, regions where many stars are forming at once. These are active areas, but even active in space terms is slow. Stars take millions of years to form, so there's no rush, no urgency, just the steady process, gas collapsing, heating, glowing, becoming stars. And then those stars live for billions of years, burning, shining, existing. Our sun formed about 4.5 billion years ago, in a region not too different from where we are now. Maybe nearby, maybe far away. We don't know exactly, but it formed from a cloud of gas and dust, pulled together by gravity, spinning. The center became the sun. The leftover material formed a disk around it, and from that disk, planets formed. Earth, Mars, Jupiter, all the others. Slowly, over millions of years, collisions, merging, growing, until the solar system looked like it does today. And Earth, small, rocky Earth, ended up in the right place, not too close to the sun, not too far, just right for liquid water, just right for life. And life began, somehow. We don't fully understand how, but it happened. Simple at first, single cells, then more complex, over billions of years, evolving, changing, eventually humans, looking up at the sky, wondering about the Milky Way, wondering about our place in it. We're lucky, in a way, to exist, to be conscious, to be able to think about these things. The Milky Way doesn't know we're here. It doesn't care, but we care. We notice, we wonder, and there's something special about that. Even if it doesn't matter to the universe, it matters to us, and that's enough. The Milky Way will outlive us, not just us as individuals, but us as a species, as a planet maybe. The sun will keep burning for another 5 billion years or so. Eventually, it will run out of hydrogen. It will swell into a red giant. It might engulf Earth. It might not. Either way, Earth won't be habitable anymore. Life here will end. But the Milky Way will continue, turning, existing, full of other stars, other planets, other possibilities. And eventually, in the far future, the Milky Way will merge with Andromeda. The two galaxies will become one, a larger galaxy, still a spiral probably, still full of stars, still existing peacefully in space, just bigger. The stars from both galaxies will mix, but they won't collide. They'll just pass by each other, finding new orbits, settling into a new pattern. And the new galaxy will continue for billions of years, until maybe it merges with another galaxy, or maybe it just exists, alone, in an expanding universe. But all of that is so far in the future. billions of years, timescales we can't really comprehend. For now, the Milky Way is here, stable, calm, our home, and that's all we need to think about, if we think about it at all. Most of the time, we don't. We go about our lives, we sleep, we wake, we work, we rest, and the galaxy keeps turning, whether we notice or not. There's something freeing about that, about knowing that the universe continues regardless of us, that we're not essential to its functioning. We're just here, passengers, observers, brief moments of consciousness in an ancient, ongoing process. And that's okay. We don't need to be more than that. We can just exist, just be, just breathe, just rest. The Milky Way is above you right now, even if you can't see it, even if it's daytime, even if there are clouds. It's always there, the galaxy, our galaxy, turning slowly, full of stars, full of stories we'll never know, full of places we'll never visit, but existing peacefully, quietly in the vast expanse of space. And you're part of it, a small part, but a real part, made of the same matter, following the same laws of physics, existing in the same universe, connected in that way, part of the whole. And that's comforting. You belong. You're part of something bigger, something ancient, something that will continue long after you're gone. And that's okay. It's more than okay. It's peaceful. The stars in the Milky Way aren't all moving at the same speed. Some move faster, some move slower, but they all follow paths determined by gravity. The gravity of all the other stars, the gravity of the dark matter. Dark matter is something we can't see. We can't touch it, but we know it's there because of how it affects things we can see. Stars move in ways that don't quite make sense unless there's more matter than we can detect. So we call it dark matter. It doesn't shine, it doesn't interact with light. It's just there, existing, invisibly, making up most of the mass of the galaxy. Scientists don't fully understand dark matter yet. They're still studying it, still trying to figure out what it is. But that's okay. Not knowing everything is okay. The universe has mysteries, and those mysteries don't need to be solved right now. They can wait. The dark matter will keep existing, whether we understand it or not, quietly, invisibly, doing its job, holding the galaxy together with its gravity. The Milky Way spins, but different parts spin at different speeds. Near the center, things move faster. Farther out, things move slower, but not as much slower as you'd expect. That's part of how we know dark matter exists. The outer parts of the galaxy are moving faster than they should if only the visible matter was there. So there must be more mass, more gravity, dark matter, spread throughout the galaxy, in a halo around it, invisible but present. When you look at the Milky Way on a dark night, you're seeing thousands of stars, maybe tens of thousands if your eyes are good and the sky is very dark. But that's just a tiny fraction of the stars in the galaxy. Most are too far away, too dim, hidden behind dust clouds, or just below the threshold of what our eyes can detect. But they're there, hundreds of billions of them, each one a sun, each one burning, existing. Most of them probably have planets, worlds we'll never see, landscapes we'll never walk on, skies we'll never look up at. But some of those planets might be like Earth, rocky, with atmospheres, with water, maybe even with life, simple life, bacteria, or maybe complex life, Plants, animals, perhaps even intelligent life, beings looking up at their own sky, wondering about their own galaxy, wondering if they're alone, just like we do. It's possible. The galaxy is big enough, old enough. There's been plenty of time, plenty of opportunity, but we don't know. We haven't found any signals, haven't detected any signs. So for now, we're alone as far as we know. Just us, on Earth, in the Milky Way, thinking, wondering, resting. The center of the galaxy is hidden from our view, not because it's too far, but because there's too much dust in the way. Thick clouds of dust block visible light, so when you look toward the center, you can't see all the way there. You just see the dust clouds, dark patches in the Milky Way, lanes of darkness cutting through the light. But astronomers have found ways to look through the dust, using infrared light, radio waves, types of light that can pass through dust, and they've seen what's there: the dense cluster of stars, the black hole at the very center, all existing in a region we can't see with our eyes, but it's there, real, active, quiet in its way. The black hole at the center is called Sagittarius A star. It has a mass millions of times greater than the Sun, but it's not very active right now, not pulling in much material, just sitting there, existing. Occasionally, something gets too close, gas from a passing cloud, or a star that wandered into the wrong orbit, and the black hole consumes it. The material spirals in, heats up, glows. We can detect that glow. But most of the time, things are quiet there, peaceful. The black hole just exists. The stars around it just orbit. Everything continues. There are smaller black holes throughout the galaxy, formed when massive stars died. These are much smaller than the one at the center, just a few times the mass of the Sun, but still dense, still powerful, still invisible. They don't glow on their own, but if they have a companion star, they pull gas from it, and that gas glows as it falls in, so we can detect them that way. There are probably millions of these small black holes in the galaxy, scattered throughout, most of them alone, invisible, just existing quietly in the darkness between stars. Neutron stars are another type of remnant, formed when medium-sized stars explode. The core collapses, becomes incredibly dense. A neutron star is like a giant atomic nucleus, matter packed so tightly that a teaspoon of it would weigh billions of tons. They're small, only about 10 miles across, but they contain more mass than the Sun, and some of them spin very fast, hundreds of times per second. As they spin, they emit beams of radio waves, like a lighthouse, and if those beams point toward Earth, we detect pulses, regular pulses. That's why they're called pulsars, pulsing stars. But they're not really pulsing, they're just spinning, and we're seeing their beams sweep past us over and over, regular as clockwork. These objects sound exotic: black holes, neutron stars, pulsars, but they're just part of the galaxy, just more objects existing in space, following the laws of physics, orbiting, spinning, being. They're not dangerous to us, they're too far away. We can observe them, study them, learn from them, but they don't affect our daily lives. They're just out there, part of the vast collection of things that make up the Milky Way. The spiral arms of the galaxy aren't permanent structures. That's something that surprises people. You might think the arms are fixed, that the same stars stay in the same arm forever, but that's not quite how it works. The arms are more like waves, density waves, moving through the disk. Stars move in and out of the arms as they orbit. When stars are in an arm, they're in a denser region. When they're between arms, they're in a less dense region, but they're always moving, always orbiting. The arms persist because new stars keep entering as old stars leave. It's like a traffic jam on a highway. The jam stays in one place, but the cars move through it. Different cars at different times, but the jam remains. Our sun moves in and out of spiral arms over its long orbit around the galaxy. Sometimes we're in an arm, sometimes we're between arms. Right now, we're sort of in between, in a small spur branching off from one of the main arms. It doesn't make much difference to us. The density is slightly different. The view of the night sky changes very slowly over millions of years, but in a human lifetime, you'd never notice. Everything seems stable, and it is stable on human timescales. It's only over millions of years that the changes become apparent. The Milky Way has been relatively stable for billions of years. It's a mature galaxy. It formed early in the universe's history. It's had time to settle into its current shape. The disk is formed, the spiral pattern is established. New stars are still being born, yes. Old stars are still dying, but the overall structure remains, and it will remain for billions of years to come, until the merger with Andromeda. But even that won't destroy the galaxy, just change it, reshape it. The stars will remain, they'll just be in a different configuration. Galaxies are the basic building blocks of the universe on large scales. There are billions of galaxies, each one containing billions of stars. Some are spirals like the Milky Way, some are elliptical, smooth and featureless. Some are irregular, oddly shaped, disturbed by collisions or gravitational interactions. But they all exist, scattered throughout space, islands of stars in the vast cosmic ocean. The space between galaxies is even emptier than the space between stars. It's truly empty, almost nothing there, just occasional atoms, stray photons of light, but mostly nothing, just vacuum, expanding vacuum. As the universe expands, this space grows. Galaxies drift farther apart, slowly over billions of years. Eventually, in the very far future, galaxies outside our local group will be so far away that their light won't reach us anymore. The expansion will carry them away faster than light can travel through the expanding space. So the night sky will become emptier, darker. Only the galaxies in our local group will remain. But that's trillions of years in the future, so far away in time that it's almost meaningless. For now, the universe is full of galaxies, full of light, full of structure, and the Milky Way is one part of that structure, one galaxy among billions, special to us because it's ours, because we live here, but not special in any cosmic sense, just another galaxy, existing, turning, full of stars. If you think about the Milky Way too hard, it can feel overwhelming. The size, the age, the number of stars, the vast distances. But it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You can think about it gently, calmly, just as a fact, a peaceful fact. The galaxy exists, you exist, both are true, both are okay, and you don't need to understand everything about it. You can just let it be. Let it exist in your mind as a quiet, distant thing, beautiful in its own way, but not demanding, not urgent. Many people find comfort in thinking about space, about the stars, about the galaxy, because it puts things in perspective. Your worries seem smaller when you think about the vastness of the Milky Way. Your problems seem less important, not in a bad way, not in a way that makes you feel insignificant, but in a way that's freeing. Your problems are real, but they're also temporary, small in the cosmic scale, and that's okay. You can let them go. Let them drift away, like stars disappearing over the horizon as Earth turns. The Milky Way doesn't judge. It doesn't care about your mistakes, your regrets, your anxieties. It just exists, turning slowly, full of stars that have been burning for billions of years. stars that will burn for billions more. And in that context, your life is brief, but also precious, because you get to experience it. You get to be conscious, to think, to feel, to look up at the sky and wonder. And that's a gift, even if it's a small one, even if it doesn't matter to the universe, it matters to you. The light from distant stars in the Milky Way has been traveling for thousands of years to reach your eyes. When you look up at a star, you're seeing it as it was long ago, not as it is now. That star might have changed. It might have grown brighter or dimmer. It might have moved. It might even have died. But the light it left long ago, and it's just reaching you now. So in a way, looking at the stars is like looking back in time, seeing the past, ancient light, ancient photons that have been traveling through empty space for longer than human civilization has existed. When you look toward the center of the Milky Way, you're looking back 25,000 years. The light you see is 25,000 years old. Humans were different then. We were hunter-gatherers, living in small groups. No cities, no writing, no technology. But we looked up at the same sky, saw the same stars, wondered the same things, probably, and the galaxy was the same, turning at the same speed, existing in the same way, unchanged over such a short time period. And 25,000 years from now, someone might look up at the sky, if humans are still around, or maybe some other species, some other form of intelligence, and they'll see the Milky Way, maybe slightly different, stars in slightly different positions, but mostly the same. Still a spiral, still full of stars, still turning, still existing. The galaxy is patient. It has time, more time than we can imagine. There's a rhythm to the galaxy. Not a rhythm you can hear, not a rhythm you can feel, but a rhythm in time. Stars are born, stars live, stars die. The cycle repeats. Gas collapses, stars form, stars burn, stars explode, gas disperses, gas collapses again, over and over, for billions of years. And this rhythm will continue, long after we're gone, long after Earth is gone. The Milky Way will keep turning, keep cycling, keep existing. And maybe that's comforting, to know that something continues, that the universe doesn't end with us, that there's something bigger, something ongoing. We're part of it for a brief moment, and then we're not. But it continues, and that's okay. We don't need to be permanent, we just need to be, for now, for this moment, and this moment is enough. The Milky Way is silent. Space is silent. There's no air to carry sound, no medium for sound waves to travel through. So even though there are explosions, collisions, stars being born and dying, it all happens in complete silence. If you could float in space in the middle of the Milky Way, you'd hear nothing, just silence, profound silence, the kind of silence that never exists on Earth, where there's always some sound, some noise, but in space, there's nothing. Just you, just your thoughts, just the quiet. Maybe that's why thinking about space is calming, because it reminds us of that silence, that peace, that absence of noise. We live in a noisy world, full of sounds, full of distractions, but the Milky Way is quiet, and thinking about it brings some of that quiet into our minds. Even if we can't actually hear it, we can imagine it, and that imagination is enough. The gas between stars is so thin you could pass through it and not notice. It's not like air, it's much, much thinner, almost vacuum, but not quite. There are a few atoms per cubic centimeter, mostly hydrogen, some helium, traces of other elements, but it's so diffuse that it might as well be nothing. And yet, over vast distances, it adds up. There's enough of it that gravity can pull it together, form clouds, form stars. So even though it's nearly nothing, it's important. It's the raw material, the potential, waiting to become something. Some regions of the galaxy are more active than others. The spiral arms have more star formation, more gas, more dust, more action in galactic terms. The regions between the arms are quieter, less gas, fewer new stars, just older stars moving through, existing peacefully. Our sun is in one of these quieter regions. We're not in a stellar nursery, not in an active area. We're in a calm part of the galaxy. And maybe that's lucky. Maybe that's why Earth has been stable, why life has had time to evolve, because we're in a quiet neighborhood. Not too much happening, not too much disturbance, just peace. The oldest stars in the Milky Way are in the halo. They're about as old as the galaxy itself, 13 billion years old. They've been orbiting all this time, watching the galaxy evolve, watching the disk form, watching new generations of stars be born. They're made of simpler stuff than younger stars, less heavy elements, because when they formed, there weren't many heavy elements yet. Those elements are made in stars, released when stars die. So the first stars were almost pure hydrogen and helium, and each generation of stars adds more heavy elements to the mix. The oxygen we breathe, the carbon in our bodies, the iron, the calcium, all made in stars, released in supernovae, incorporated into new stars, new planets, new life. We're made of recycled star material, third generation maybe, fourth generation. The atoms in your body have been through multiple stars, multiple cycles. They've been in space, in clouds of gas, in stars, in planets, and now in you, for a brief time, before they return to the Earth, and eventually, in billions of years, maybe back to space, to be recycled again. It's a beautiful cycle, in a calm way, not dramatic, just ongoing. Matter moving through different forms, different structures, always existing, never created or destroyed, just transformed. The Milky Way will eventually run out of gas to form new stars. The gas is finite, and it's slowly being used up, locked into stars or blown away by stellar winds. In the far future, billions of years from now, star formation will slow down, eventually stop, and the galaxy will gradually dim as stars die and aren't replaced. First, the massive stars will go. They have short lifespans. Then medium stars. Eventually, only the smallest, coolest stars will remain. Red dwarfs. They burn their fuel so slowly they can last for trillions of years. So even after the galaxy stops making new stars, it will still have light for a long, long time. But eventually, even those will die, and the Milky Way will become a dark galaxy, full of dead stars, white dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes. No light, just remnants, orbiting in the darkness, invisible, but still there, still existing, still held together by gravity. The galaxy will remain, just dark, cold, but patient, still there, still turning, even in death. But that's so far in the future, it's almost meaningless. Trillions of years, timescales that make billions of years seem brief. For now, the galaxy is alive, full of light, full of stars, and it will be for billions of years to come, more time than we need, more time than we can comprehend. Sometimes people ask what the point is. If everything ends, if stars die, if galaxies go dark, what's the point of it all? But maybe there doesn't need to be a point. Maybe it's enough that it exists, that it's beautiful, that we get to witness it. For a brief moment, we get to be part of it, part of the Milky Way, part of the universe, and then we're not. And that's okay. The universe doesn't need a point. It just is, and we just are. And that's enough. The Milky Way has been photographed countless times, from Earth, from space, from telescopes orbiting high above the atmosphere. Each image shows something slightly different, different wavelengths of light, different regions, different details, but they all show the same galaxy, our galaxy, beautiful in a quiet way, not flashy, not dramatic, just there, existing, full of structure, full of light, full of mystery. But you don't need a telescope to appreciate the Milky Way. You can see it with your naked eye on a dark night away from city lights. Just look up, let your eyes adjust to the darkness, and you'll see it. A soft band of light stretching across the sky, from horizon to horizon, gentle, peaceful, ancient. And you'll know that you're looking at your home, not just Earth, but the galaxy, the Milky Way, the place where Earth exists, where the sun exists, where you exist. Some people feel emotional when they see the Milky Way, really see it, not just glimpse it, but see it clearly on a dark night far from lights. They feel small, connected, moved, and that's okay. It's a powerful experience, in a gentle way. It reminds you of your place in the universe, not in a way that diminishes you, but in a way that connects you to something bigger, something older, something ongoing. But you don't need to feel emotional. You can just appreciate it quietly, calmly. Acknowledge it. Yes, that's the Milky Way. That's the galaxy. That's where I am. And then you can go about your life. Carry that knowledge with you. Let it be a quiet comfort, a peaceful fact. The galaxy is there, turning slowly, and you're part of it, and that's enough. The Milky Way has weather, in a way. Not weather like Earth's weather, no rain or wind, but flows of gas, shock waves from supernovae, radiation from hot stars. These things affect the gas in the galaxy, heat it up, cool it down, compress it, disperse it. It's all happening on vast scales, over millions of years, but it's a kind of weather, galactic weather, invisible to us, but real, affecting the conditions for star formation, for planet formation, for everything. Earth is protected from most of this galactic weather. We're in a relatively calm region, no nearby supernovae, no intense radiation sources, just the gentle, steady light from the sun. And that's been true for billions of years, long enough for life to evolve, long enough for us to exist, long enough for you to be here, reading this, thinking about the Milky Way, resting, breathing. If you're trying to sleep, you can let these thoughts drift away now. You don't need to remember any of this. You don't need to hold on to it. Just let them flow past you, like water in a stream. Thoughts about stars, about galaxies, about space, they can just drift away. Leave your mind empty, calm, ready for sleep. The Milky Way will still be there tomorrow, and the day after, and every day, turning slowly, existing peacefully, full of stars, full of possibilities, full of mysteries we'll never solve. And that's okay. We don't need to solve them. We can just let them be. Let the galaxy be. Let ourselves be. Let everything just exist, without needing to understand it all, without needing to control it, just being. The dust in the galaxy creates beautiful structures, dark lanes, nebulae, regions where stars are hidden, where stars are being born. The dust blocks light, but it also reflects light, scatters light, creates colors, blues and reds and browns. These aren't colors you'd see with your eyes. They're too faint, but telescopes can capture them. Long exposures, enhanced images, and they show us the beauty hidden in the darkness, the structures formed by dust and gas, shaped by gravity, by stellar winds, by magnetic fields, slow, swirling, beautiful patterns. But even without seeing these colors, you can appreciate the dust. You can see its effect, the dark lanes in the Milky Way, the patches where stars are hidden, the shapes outlined against the background glow. You can see that the galaxy has structure, has depth, has complexity, and that's beautiful too, in a subtle way. The magnetic field of the galaxy is weak, much weaker than Earth's magnetic field, but it's there, stretching through the disk, winding around with the spiral arms, affecting charged particles, guiding cosmic rays, influencing the gas. It's invisible, undetectable with special instruments, but it's part of the galaxy, part of the structure, part of what holds everything together and shapes how things move. Cosmic rays are particles traveling through space at high speeds, protons mostly, atomic nuclei accelerated by supernovae, by other energetic events. They zip through the galaxy, bouncing off magnetic fields, traveling for millions of years. Some of them hit Earth, pass through the atmosphere, pass through you, right now. Particles that might have been accelerated by a supernova thousands of light years away, traveling through space for thousands of years, and now passing through you in a fraction of a second. Harmless, unnoticed, but real. Everything is connected in the galaxy, not in a mystical way, but in a physical way. Matter moves, light travels, gravity pulls, particles flow. Stars are born from gas clouds. Stars die and return gas to space. That gas forms new stars, new planets, new everything. The cycle continues. Matter moves from place to place, from structure to structure, from star to space to star again, slowly, over billions of years, but always moving, always changing, always existing. And you're part of that flow. The atoms in your body came from stars. They've been in space. They've traveled. They've been hot. They've been cold. They've been in different structures, different molecules, and now they're in you, temporarily, for a human lifetime, and then they'll move on, return to Earth, and eventually, in billions of years when Earth is gone, return to space, to be part of something else, some other structure, some other story. So in a way, you're temporary, but the matter you're made of is permanent. It's been here since shortly after the beginning of the universe, and it will be here until the end. Whatever that means, however that happens, the matter will persist, even if everything else changes, even if stars die, if galaxies merge, if the universe expands forever. The matter remains, in one form or another, and that's a kind of immortality, not for you as a person, but for the substance you're made of, and maybe that's enough. The Milky Way doesn't know you exist. It can't know. It's not conscious. It's just a collection of stars and gas and dust and dark matter, held together by gravity. But you know it exists. You can look up and see it. You can think about it. You can appreciate it. And in that way, the relationship is one-sided. You're aware of the galaxy. The galaxy is not aware of you. But that's okay. You don't need to be noticed. You don't need to matter to the galaxy. You matter to yourself, to the people around you, and that's enough. Maybe you've been lying down this whole time. Maybe your eyes are closed. Maybe you're already drifting towards sleep. And that's perfect. That's the goal, to relax, to let go, to let your mind wander through calm thoughts, thoughts about stars and galaxies and space, thoughts that don't require anything from you, don't demand anything, just exist, gently in your mind, and then fade away as sleep comes. The Milky Way will be there when you wake up. It will be there tomorrow night, and the next night, and every night, always, turning slowly, existing peacefully, full of stars, full of possibilities, full of mysteries we'll never solve. And that's okay. We don't need to solve them. We can just let them be. Let the galaxy be. Let ourselves be. Let everything just exist, without needing to understand it all, without needing to control it, just being. In the grand scheme of things, the Milky Way is not particularly special. It's a medium-sized spiral galaxy, one of billions. There are bigger galaxies, there are smaller ones, there are brighter ones and dimmer ones. The Milky Way is just average in most ways, but it's special to us because it's ours, because we're here, because when we look up, this is what we see, and that makes it special enough. Every galaxy has its own story, its own history. The Milky Way formed in a certain way, at a certain time, in a certain place. It grew by merging with smaller galaxies, by accumulating gas, by forming stars, and it will continue to evolve, to change, to merge with Andromeda eventually, to become something new. But for now, it's this, the Milky Way, our home galaxy, turning slowly in the vastness of space. If you like thinking about these things, that's wonderful. If it helps you relax, that's even better. But if you'd rather think about something else, that's fine too. The Milky Way doesn't require your attention. It doesn't need you to think about it. It's just there, an option, a topic, a peaceful fact, available whenever you want it, but not demanding. The ancients navigated by the stars. They used the positions of stars to find their way, across oceans, across deserts. The stars were their map, their guide, reliable, unchanging, at least on human timescales. And the Milky Way was part of that sky, part of that map, a landmark stretching across the heavens. Different cultures had different stories about it, different explanations, but they all saw it. They all knew it was there. They all used it, depended on it in their own ways. We don't navigate by stars anymore. We have GPS, satellites, technology. We don't need to look up, but we can. We can choose to. And when we do, the stars are still there. The Milky Way is still there, unchanged, waiting, patient, not judging us for forgetting, not angry that we don't look up as often, just existing, as it always has, as it always will. There's something humbling about that, about knowing that the galaxy doesn't need us, doesn't require our attention or appreciation. It would exist exactly the same whether we looked at it or not, whether we thought about it or not, whether we existed or not. And yet, we do exist. We do look up. We do think about it. And that creates a relationship. One-sided, maybe, but real. We are connected to the galaxy, by gravity, by matter, by our very existence. And that connection is peaceful, calm, undemanding. The light from the Milky Way is soft, not harsh like the sun, not bright like the moon, just a gentle glow, easy on the eyes. You can look at it for as long as you want without hurting your eyes, without strain, just peaceful observation. And if you look long enough, you start to see more stars, fainter stars, structure, depth. The galaxy reveals itself slowly to patient observers, to those willing to sit in the darkness and wait and watch. But you don't have to be a patient observer. You can just glance up, acknowledge it. Yes, there's the Milky Way, and then move on. That's enough. There's no requirement to spend hours stargazing, no obligation to learn the constellations, no need to understand the science. You can just know it's there, and that's sufficient. That's complete. Calm. Sleep is close now, maybe. Your body is relaxing, your mind is slowing down, thoughts are becoming less frequent, less urgent, just drifting, like stars moving slowly across the sky as Earth turns. Everything is moving, but so slowly you can't tell. It all seems still, peaceful, calm, and you can rest in that stillness. Let it hold you. Let it support you. Let sleep come, gently, naturally. The Milky Way has seen everything. Not literally, it can't see, but it's been here for billions of years. It was here when the dinosaurs lived, when the first humans evolved, when civilizations rose and fell, when everything in human history happened. The galaxy was here, turning, existing, unchanged by our small dramas, unaffected by our wars and peace, our joy and sorrow. It just continues. And that's comforting, in a way, to know that no matter what happens in our lives, no matter what we do or don't do, the galaxy continues. The universe continues. Life goes on, in the biggest sense. And maybe that helps put things in perspective. Your problems are real, your feelings are valid, but they're also temporary, small, brief, in the cosmic scale. And knowing that doesn't make them go away, but it might make them feel lighter, less heavy, less overwhelming, because you know that even if everything in your life feels chaotic, the galaxy is calm, the universe is steady, and you can borrow some of that calm, some of that steadiness, bring it into your own life, into your own mind, into this moment, right now. Breathe slowly. Feel your body against whatever you're lying on. Feel the weight of the blanket if you have one. Feel the pillow under your head. You're safe. You're here, on Earth, in the solar system, in the Milky Way, in the universe. Part of everything, part of the vast, ancient, ongoing existence of matter and energy and space and time. And that's beautiful, in a quiet way. The Milky Way doesn't demand anything from you, doesn't ask anything, doesn't expect anything. It just is, and you just are, and both are enough. Both are complete. Both are exactly as they should be. Right now, in this moment. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Just rest. Just be. Just exist. Peacefully, calmly, gently. If you're still awake, that's okay. There's no pressure to fall asleep. Sleep will come when it comes. You can just rest. Just relax. Just let your mind be quiet. Or let it wander, wherever it wants to go. Thoughts about the Milky Way, or thoughts about nothing. Both are fine. Both are peaceful. Both are restful. The stars are still there, above you, hidden by the ceiling maybe, or by clouds, or by daylight. But they're there, always there. The Milky Way is turning, slowly, as it has been for billions of years, as it will be for billions more. And you're part of it, a small part, but a real part. And that's enough. That's everything. That's all that matters, right now, in this moment. Just being, just existing, just breathing. Let everything else fade away. Let the worries fade. Let the thoughts fade. Let everything become quiet, calm, peaceful, like the space between stars, like the slow turn of the galaxy, like the gentle, ancient, patient existence of the Milky Way. Just peaceful, just calm, just rest. And if you want to think about something before you drift off completely, think about this. Somewhere in the Milky Way, maybe thousands of light years away, maybe millions, there's a star burning quietly, just like our sun. And maybe it has planets, and maybe one of those planets is like Earth, and maybe someone there is looking up at their sky, seeing their version of the Milky Way. thinking similar thoughts, feeling small and connected and peaceful, just like you. And even though you'll never meet, never know each other, you're both part of the same galaxy, both part of the same universe, both existing, both wondering, both resting under the same vast star-filled sky. And that's a nice thought, a peaceful thought, a thought you can hold on to as you drift off toward sleep, or a thought you can let go of. Either way, it's all okay. Everything is okay. The Milky Way is there, you're here, and both are exactly where they should be. Good night.